Hello, good day to you. Today, my talk or my demonstration will be about Docker container and Docker networking, based on the lib network or library. So, if you are in the IT industry, you must have heard uh, about containers, especially Docker container. So, these are application containers that can be used to contain various applications. So today I'll be demonstrating to you how you can set it up or how you create what is called a Docker file, how you build an image, and how you create a network. If you have a couple of containers or container, or how you create a network for them so that you can access them uh, and connect to them, and also how to create the container itself. So let's get to it. So my demonstration I'm going to be using, I am on my server is I am on Fedora. So let me just show you. So I am actually on Fedora 25. You don't need Fedora 25. You can work with any distro but that you can install Docker on. So basically, the basics of installing Docker is as simple as doing, or for example, on my Fedora, DNF install Docker, or and that's it. So, but I have it installed already on my system. Um, you have to use a default package manager. If you're on Ubuntu, you'll be using apt on CentOS, Yum. So or whatever package manager you use, just install Docker. So, and you have to start it. So basically, you have to start it, and also you have to enable it. So on this system, I'm working with systemctl. So I have to start Docker, or even though I already started it before and enabled it. So uh, you have to enable it. The enable, allows you to be able to, the Docker daemon will be started on boot. So that is the purpose of the enabling. So let's check out some information about this Docker, or we can look at the version. So this version is actually critical. On the things I'll be doing in this demo, you need version 1.12 plus. So anything from version 1.12. So uh and yeah, version 1.12 upwards, basically, because especially because of the networking, or the kind of networking that I'll be doing here, which is based on Libnetwork, will only work with Docker 1.12. So that is important. So yeah, so we have looked at setting it up, and we look at the version. So let's go to it. So basically, one of the very basic command that you will be using uh, is called like Docker images. So Docker images will tell you what are the images that you have currently on the system. So I have these uh, images. So images are like like already made operating systems that you are going to use for your container. So if you don't have image, you can pull image. So you can do something as simple as, so whatever image that you want to use, for example, let's say you want to use CentOS, you can pull CentOS image from the Docker registry, or that's the official Docker registry. But if you have, you can also build your own local or private registry. So if you have a local or private registry, you have to specify where that registry is. But by default, it's going to go to the the Docker you see this URL docker.io/library/centos. No, but I already have that image, so that is why it didn't take so much time. And if you want to destroy something, if you want to remove an image, for example, I have an image here, let me just remove it. So it's as simple as remove RMI for image. So, and another interesting one will be Docker PS to see your running command containers, or Docker PS-A to see all, even the containers that are that are not running right now. So like I said, the agenda, I want to show you how to set up, then what is a Dockerfile. So let's look at what a Dockerfile is. A Dockerfile is basically a text file, from which you use to build your images. So for example, this is a very basic Dockerfile. It can get more complicated than this, but for this demonstration, I think this is fine. So basically, the first statement is from what base image do I want to build my new image. And I want to build my new image from CentOS. So after getting the image, I want to run the following commands. I want to update the image. I want to install HTTPD, that is the Apache web server. So that is yum install HTTPD-y. And I want to install the net tools. So you see, I had to write everything on one line, separated by the ampersand. This is because it if you have worked with Docker before, or if this is your first time, but it is better to, that's the convention. This is better to run all your command, as many as possible, all in one run command, so that you don't create too many layers of images. So basically, these are the commands that I have to run here. I separate them with the ampersand. So, and I said I have a file, my index.html. So basically, I said after installing the HTTPD, I want to copy my index.html to the document root directory. So label can be is like labels are like key value pair. So one of the keys Maintener. I don't even know if this is correct spelling, but I think I don't think the spelling is correct, but pardon me for that. So Maintener basically, then you can put an email, you can put whatever you want. Expose refers to the ports, the port that you want to expose, from this command, from this image. So the entry point refers to basically when the container starts, what is the default process you want to run. So basically, this is by default, this is the command we want to run. And you have to I have to put the option to run HTTPD in foreground, because this command that you're going to run here, it has to be running in the foreground, because or else your container is going to exit. So this is a basic Docker file. You can check the formal information on the Docker website, but I think that's as basic as it gets. So let's build a new image. To build a new image is as simple as running docker build. So -f to specify the Docker file, then -t to specify the tag. So I will call it demo separated by colon. I'll save version 1. So then at the end of the day, I'll put a period. A period means in this present directory. So that is what we want to build. That's a lot our so that means that's every file that we referred to will be from this present directory. So I'll keep that in mind. So when I press enter, so basically it's going to do all the commands that I specified in the Docker file. So that is what is going on here. It might take a couple of minutes depending on how many things you put in your Docker file. So that is important. So I have spoken about setup. I've spoken about the Docker file. So and now I'm building the Docker file. So I'm building the Docker file. I'm building the image. Pardon me for that. I'm building the image. So after building the image, then we have to go to creating the network. So the network that I want to use for our container. So we have to create it by using the Docker network create. But before we do that, I will show you Docker info to show you some things about the networking. There are various. Let me copy this to. Okay, that's fine. So there are various networking available for your container. So the image is built. So if you run Docker or images now, so you see this is our new image that we built demo, or the tag is v1. So so now let's create our network. So before I do the create of the network, if I run Docker info gives me a lot of information regarding the Docker daemon that I have on this computer. But the very important one I want to show you regarding the networking is, look here under plugin or say network. So these are the network plugin available for me. The first one is bridge, null, host, and overlay. In this demo, we'll be focusing on bridge. So I will make another video about overlay networking, using Docker. This mostly if you have heard the term swarm, Docker swarm. So that is where overlay comes in. But I will basically be using bridge networking. Yeah. So let's list available network. We do Docker network list. So these are by default the networks that I have available. Or you see the driver. Like I said, the plugin are like the drivers, that are available for me. So in this, I have bridge, I have host, I have overlay, null. So and the scope also refers to. So for these drivers, each of them, their scope is limited based on the driver that we use. For example, the bridge driver the scope is local. That means can only be used on a single host, or similarly for hosts. The only one that can span multiple hosts is the overlay, which says the scope is swarm. So this is the only one that can span multiple hosts. So if you are dealing with multiple hosts, this is where you want to come. But for this demo, I'm just going to use the bridge. So I can do Docker network create. So I can type help, and this is applicable to all commands. You can type --help to get help. So basically, I just want to see the things that I need to specify. One of the most important, one is -d or driver. you have to specify your driver. The default is bridge, so that is extremely important. So, and I want to create a bridge or network. Okay. Bridge network. And subnet is another one that is important. The subnet refers to what subnet do we want to use. So let's use 192.168.100.0/24. So this is the subnet we want to use for this network. What else do we need to specify? Actually, these are like the most important things that we need to specify. If you have IPv6, or if you want to specify the range, the range that should be given out, you have to use the IP range. But this is enough. So let's give it a name. So let's call it demo bridge. So that's it. We have created our network. So the next thing, so if we do docker network ls again, you see this is our network we just created, and we can inspect this network. So you see it tells us information about this network, or the name, scope, or driver, or the subnet. So let's create a container and attach it to this network. So that is the ultimate goal. So let's create a container. So we have created an image, we have created the network. Now we want to create a container itself. So to create the container, we use the -run. So I'll be using some options here. So the -dt refers to detached, and tty. So basically, I don't want to attach to this container. I just want to run it in the daemon or detached mode. So -p. So -p. Let me use port 5000. So basically, I'm mapping port 5000 to port 80 on my container, basically. So, but in our demo, actually, we may not need this, but this might be necessary also if we need to access the container from outside. So we are basically mapping port 5000 to port 80. So network, we have to specify the network. The network that we created was demo bridge. Let me be sure. Yeah, demo bridge. So, and what else? We have to also specify the image. This is the image that we used, that I want to use. But before we specify the image, let's specify the name. So let's call it demo con, or demo-con. That is the name of our container. So I think this is enough. So basically, we'll specify that we want to run the container in detached mode. -p for the port mapping, or network to specify the network we want to connect to, and this will be --name democon. So, and finally the name of the image that we want to use. So there should be there will be another command here in some cases, but because we use the entry point, if you remember in the Dockerfile, we use entry point. So that command is what is going to be run. So let's create it. So you see, we have created our container. So if we run docker network inspect on our network again, you see we have a container has been created to our network, and we have the IP address of this particular container. So So we installed HTTPD. Let's see if it actually works. So let's do call on the. So you see, it works. It said this is container. That was my index. This is my index file basically. So let me show you the index file. So this is the only thing in my index file. So you see, it said this is container. So you see, we use the IP address of the container itself. So I think that is very cool. If you don't know what that means, but I think that's very cool. But we also mapped my we mapped the port. So let's see. Like my IP address, my real IP address is actually this 10.0.0.160. Actually, before I show you my real IP address, let me show you. Let me show you the BRCTL. BRCTL is the Linux bridge. So actually, because the bridge that we created was actually used, at the back end, it uses the Linux bridge. So keep that in mind. It actually, so you see, this is the Linux bridge. The Docker Zero bridge is the default, is the main Docker daemon bridge. So I think that's what I want to show you. So let me show you the port mapping that we did. So if you do 10.0.0.160 column 5000, so you see we got the same result. In this case, I used the mapped port, but like I showed you, we could access the container directory directly using its own or using its own IP address, and we can try to ping this IP address. See, we're able to ping the IP address of the container, and let's look at the container. Let's run docker ps. So docker ps shows us our container. So this is the container. The name of our container is democon. Let's see if we can actually ping the name democon. Okay, yeah, it's not known. Okay, we can ping this by this name. But okay, let's attach to it actually. Yeah, so we didn't set the host name. We only set the name. So, but that's fine. But let's see if we can attach. So let me just show you, in case you want to attach to your container. So in this case, we use. Let me use exec. So that's another Docker command. So I want to attach to this container. I'll use the container ID. I will say I want to run bin bash. So I am actually inside the container right now, and I'm logged in as root. Working as root on a container might not be the best thing, but for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to do that. So let me try to run ifconfig. So you see, I'm inside the container. I ran ifconfig and look at the address. So it got the address, from the network that we created, and it also has its own loopback interface. So which is very cool. So let's see. I want to ping my hosts from the container. And yes, I can ping the hosts from the container. Let's try to ping the Google DNS, and we can ping the Google DNS from the container. I did all this from the container. Let's do something like call on localhost. Localhost, you see, I'm inside the container. I got exact same result. So yeah, so this is what I want to show you What else can I show? Let me get out from the container. I type exit. So if I run my docker ps again, my container is still running. So let me show you my Dockerfile once again, so you can see. So the Dockerfile, you see one of the important parts are expose. I expose my port 80 because HTTPD uses port 80. The entry point, that is the command that will be run by default when I launch this a container based on this image. Um, yeah, so that's very important, and I had to run it in the foreground because if I don't run it in the foreground, my container will exit immediately if I when I launch it. So yeah, I'll put this Docker file in the description, so if you want to check it out. So yeah, so basically that's all. I think that's all I want to show. If I run the Docker ls again, you see uh, this is what we have. You know what? Actually, let us just to show more a little bit about. Let's launch another container. Let's in this case, let's launch another container. So to launch another container, I will change the port, the mapping port. I will change the name. Let me also add. There's another option called host name. So I specify the host name. I'm launching it, from the same network. You see, from the same network. I changed the name. I added one more option, the host name. Then I'm launching it based on the same image. So let's see. So you see, we have another container, and if we do Docker network inspect again, inspect on the bridge again, we'll see that we have two. Now we have two containers. And this one got a new IP address of this. So let's see. Let's do a call on the new net. This guy on the new IP. You see, I got the same output because I used the same image to launch this container. So I mean, you can do some more complex things, whereby you create different images with different index file, but that's fine. So basically, that's all I want to show you. And if I run IP address, actually, you see, all these vit pair, these are called vit pair. They are, they are as a result of all the containers that I created. So let me run this. Yeah, so that they are a result of if you know what I'm talking about, vit pair. If you don't know what vit pair means, you should check that out. So basically, yeah, well, let me just show you how to delete the command. Actually, you can stop a container. This is how to stop a container. I've stopped the container, and I can remove the container. Actually, let me remove the container. So after I remove the container, let us do a network inspect or network network inspect on the demo bridge. So you see our we had two interfaces before. One of them is, we had two network IP addresses and containers here before. One of them is gone because we deleted it. So, and if I run IP address, if you were keeping track of what I had there, one of the vit pair is gone because I deleted it. And let me show you, even If I remove my last container, this also will disappear. So basically that's all I want to show you. I hope you learned one or two things. I will do another video using the overlay or overlay driver. If you want to use a Docker on a multi-host, that is Swarm, it's multi-host. So, but for now, I think this is enough. Thank you for watching. Bye. See you.